What's going on, guys? So recently I took a break from playing Tekken 7, but I'd still go find myself going to YouTube and looking at Tekken 7 videos. But then I noticed that all the pros are using arcade sticks. So if I buy my own arcade stick, then I'll be a pro too, right? So I went to Amazon, typed in cheapest arcade stick, and I found this treasure. The MayFlash F300 arcade fight stick joystick for PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Switch, PC, and the Neo Geo Mini. And for only $60, I said why not, let's buy it. And I'm making this video so we can do a review on it and see if it's worth it. So here's everything that comes inside the box: a USB-C cable, a micro USB cable, rubber feet, and an octagon restrictor plate. And picking it up for the first time, it feels really sturdy. Like, this thing does not feel cheap. The buttons and the joystick feel great, because I thought this thing would feel like a Fisher Price toy, you know? But I know what you guys are here to see, so I'm just gonna shut. Listen, don't tell me how to live my life. I'm a first Dan Prime, okay?
Perfect.
So now we're gonna do a quick button check. And it feels really good, but if I were to play ranked mode, and I did that while my cat was sleeping, I'm so sorry. But let's focus on the MayFlash again. As far as build quality, I would give it a 7 out of 10 because it's pretty solid. And as far as loudness, I would give it an 8 out of 10, 10 being the loudest. So let me show you guys how easy it is to set up your MayFlash to your PC. Basically take the USB, put it in your USB port, and you're all done. So before we move on, let's talk about the controls. The first one is for your inputs. So the number 1 is for PC, 2 for consoles, 3 for older generations. The second one you should always have on D-pad, since most fighting games will force you to use this. And then you have turbo. The first option is 14 inputs a second, the second is 25 inputs a second, but to turn it on you have to hold this button and then an input, and then vice versa to turn it off. Then you have your select, share, back, and view buttons, and then you have the PS home button, which is the most important button. So now let's talk about how to set it up to your console. The first thing you need is a controller for said console, and you need to connect that controller to the back of your MayFlash like I'm showing you right here. Then you take your MayFlash USB, put it onto your console, and then press the home button to activate it. As far as the PC setup, I would give it a 10 out of 10 because it's so easy. But as far as console setup, I would give it a 7 out of 10, only if you care about the cable management, because if you don't, I would give it a 10 out of 10. But now for the most important question: how does it feel? So for that, I'm gonna hop onto Tekken, go to offline, and then go to practice mode and see what happens. So I want to share with you guys my background with arcade sticks. I've never owned one myself because I've mainly been a pad player my whole life, but playing on an arcade stick feels like playing an instrument. It's a little hard to get used to, but once you pull something off, whether that be a combo or some movement, it feels really satisfying. For example, doing Dragunov's while running 2 or instant while running 2 feels way better on an arcade stick than it does on a pad, and it's more like an experience since you're so involved. So how does it feel? Awesome. So one thing I want to talk about quickly is how easy it is to mod this thing. Like, for example, literally you just pick it up, turn it around, undo the 6 screws on the back, and look on the inside. There's so much space for anything, and you can really switch out everything that you wanted to, and the possibilities are endless.
I hope you're ready.
So let's do a quick review on everything that we've talked about, starting with the build quality, which I gave a 7 out of 10 because it's sturdy and it's not a cheap piece of plastic. Then you have the loudness, which I gave a 7 out of 10 because it sounds average, it doesn't sound crazy. Then you have the PC setup, which I gave a 10 out of 10 because it's so stupid easy. The console setup, I gave a 7 out of 10 because you do require a controller and the wires can get messy, but if you don't care, it's a 10 out of 10. Feeling, as in how does it feel to play? Awesome. Because I feel that everybody should experience what it's like to play an arcade stick. And then you have ability to mod, which I gave a 10 out of 10 because you can literally do anything that you want to this arcade stick. Like, check out these photos I found on the internet. So at the end of the day, is it still worth $60? Absolutely. It's going to be the best bang for your buck, and I don't think there's going to be anything else that's going to beat it. But if you're curious though, there's something else. The MayFlash F500 Elite. I am making a video on this in the future, but what I can tell you is that this is essentially the MayFlash F300, but it's better in every single way. And I really recommend it, but it costs $120. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys learned something from watching this. And other than that, just stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.